I guess this means it's here. Titania Prime launched an hour earlier than she's supposed to because Ivora Prime was not meant to end until 2 p.m. ET. I mean, technically they're on, I think they're on plus an hour, so yeah, this should have ended earlier. Bringing Titania's Prime access. Bringing with it the Prime accessories that are obviously a Prime Sandana and a Prime Arcwing skin. Be interested to see if that works on all Arcwings or not. But obviously the Pangolin Prime Sword is here and the Corinth Prime, as well as Titania Prime, whose wings are now, well, you can kind of, hang on, see it a bit better if we do this. The wings are there, all gold and everything else, but she still has the wings on the waist. Titania Prime looking really, really nice, actually. Meaning, of course, Limbo Prime, the Piranha Prime, I do believe it is, yes, and the Distresser Prime have been vaulted. That means their relics have entered the vault, not the ports. They are still obtainable. This also means that for Steel Meridian to the sacrificial port is no longer the Distresser Prime handle, it is now the Redeemer Prime blade. Obviously meaning Titania Prime is going to be just that little bit better than normal Titania when it comes to things like her stats. Or if you actually compare the two, I mean that is 175 and 175, 100 for armor, that's 125. It was energy that was 175. More health, more armor, more energy. Shields are exactly the same. With her ports being on the Axie T5 relic as a rare drop, the Lith M5 relic as a uncommon drop, the Meso E4 relic, again as an uncommon drop, and the Neo M3 relic as a common drop. Not bad, actually. Chassis easy to get, your optics not so bad, blueprints not so bad. The part that's going to be a pain has got to be the systems, being that rare part on the Axie T5. As expected though, the Pangolin Sword has 3 relics. The Axie G4 relic that brings the blade as the uncommon drop, the Meso R3 relic which brings the handle as a common drop, which in theory means the Neo P1 will have the Prime Blueprint as the rare drop. Meaning that the Pangolin Sword that was only available, still is, from Alert that is now inside of the Nightwave system, is going to have a buff to it. Because obviously Prime versions have buffs to them. And it's not always just visual. The thing is, it has 5% less block angle. The crit chance has gone from 8% to 26%, with the multiplier going from 1.5 to 2.2. Wow. Status went from 22 to 30. Damage is also massively increased across every single aspect of this. It's taken the total damage from 150 to 248, with the heavy damage going from 600 to 992 on each, taking the total that for some reason on heavy attacks is always weird. Used to be 750, Prime version 1240. As expected, massive increase to this because it's a Prime version. Same obviously goes for the Corinth. And again, not just visually. Though the crit chance is exactly the same, the crit multiplier is exactly the same, the damage is exactly the same, the status per projectile is now 9 instead of 3, and it reloads 3 instead of 2.3. Magazine, however, is where it comes into play with this, because the fire rate is gone from 1.17 to 1.42, and the magazine has gone from 5 to 20. So the damage is the same, the crit is the same, the status is a little bit better, but it's the fact that it has the bigger magazine means you are reloading less. As for Airburst, because I nearly forgot there, crit's the same, status basically twice as much. The normal one's 28, this is 50. Again with that big reload, the magazine being bigger, but this time the fire rate is slower. It's gone from 1.17 to 0.667. The crit, however, is still exactly the same. Radial, not so much. The damage has remained at 100, but the radial attack still has 90. The range is slightly longer, going from 9.4 to 9.8, but the total damage from the radial attack of this has gone from 404 to 2,200. The big buff to the damage of this is in the radial attack of its Airburst. I guess it does that on the ground as well. Either way, from 404 to 2,200. Ooh, this thing should actually be nuts. But only if you set off the radial attack. With its prime part available on the Axii T4 relic, holding the blueprint, the Lith C6 relic, holding the prime stock as the rare part of this, the Meso C5 relic, holding the barrel, also as a rare prime part, and the Neo R4, having the receiver as the uncommon part. As always, if you are looking for these, you just have to go to the codex, go to the universe, go here, and just search in here, cutting out actually searching for it because keyboard noises. Whatever you are looking for, in this case it's this, you can see the relics if you don't have them, and you can see where they are going to drop. They are also available from the marketplace, or you can just basically cheat everything, and if you have the standing with the syndicate, you can just go to view offerings and then just pick up all of them. This will not give you all of the relics straight away, he says as he gets the Lith C6 straight away. I'm just going to kind of blast through these, head back to the codex, same thing, universe, relics, and got most of them. I do believe there's one of these, it's got to be that one, that is actually for something completely different. No, that's okay, there's one of these relics that is for something else. It's got to be that one. And for those who do rush out and buy this, there is an addendum about the Prime Sandana. They are working on another version of it, because there was obviously a few issues. The rest of this update, honestly, is just general fixes, because it all says fix, 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 for the current ongoing event on PC. Removed the Umbra Forma blueprint from the Ray. Oh, that's... I was really hoping to be able to get some of those, but never mind. The Umbra Forma blueprint has been removed from the sentient ships. I'm assuming that's where it means. Split flight mod to include non-AoE bows in the description. This is why it doesn't work on the Lens, Brahma. Artemis bow, to be fair, it never was going to work on. That is a Warframe ability, but I'll admit, I did try it on there. Because honestly, that split flight mod is more useful than I expected, and the rest of it is a bunch of fixes. This entire update is basically based, which is why it's more of a 0.6 of an update, rather than it being 27.4, because it basically just brings Titania Prime. This should in theory be live on all platforms as well as PC. The rest of these... notes to this will be in the link to this forum page will be in the description below. All of this, that's for PC. This basically covers everything else, because Titania Prime goes live pretty much everywhere at the same time. All Prime unvaultings do. Unfortunately, as always with the PlayStation 4, the Prime access, even though this says it's America today, Europe, Oceania, Africa, Asia tomorrow, Japan the day after, none of the PlayStation 4 have access to the Prime access till tomorrow. Apart from the Prime accessories, if you are just buying the Prime accessories, that is available today. The Prime access itself will launch tomorrow on PlayStation 4. And I can't turn around and say, well, who's going to buy the Prime accessories, then buy the Prime access, because I pick up the Prime accessories every time it comes out, apart from once. I did forget it. Just once. That's going to haunt me until it comes in the Prime Vault, and I can't even remember which one it was I missed. It's really going to haunt me. So, in theory, I would pick that up, so other people are bound to pick up the Prime accessories and not the Prime access, because obviously every single one of these is available to get in the game. All the weapons, you can get the parts in the game to build these, that and that. Weirdly enough, though, hang on. Gonna put the fact that it doesn't say mastered next to these down to a whole... Yeah, that's probably a bug and that'll be fixed soon, I hope. Though, I say that, technically, exalted weapons aren't in here. If they were, you would have Artemis Bow near the top. Because Ivara was the last one out. And I don't see any Artemis Bow. There's your ARs, by the way. And there's some more. No Artemis Bow. Not really sure why these are even in here. I can't even remember what my point was to come in here, because that threw me off. That got a description? I didn't think it would. That does. As does that. But anyway, the weapons, the frame, they are all still buildable. Yes, I remembered what I was on about before. In the game. You can get the parts in-game. It's only the accessories that you really need to buy anyway. If you want to buy them, you can, of course, pick up the Prime Access if you want. This is not a paid promotion or anything like that. It's just, yeah, I'll probably pick up the Prime accessories at some point. But, kind of goes without saying when I still have this going on. Because, yeah, pick it up every time it comes out. But anyway, that's about it. So we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.